Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't mind me, I'm trying to speak a little bit quietly just because my boyfriend is upstairs on a Teams meeting and I don't want to interrupt that, you know. Yeah, welcome back to the 75 soft challenge. I'm actually being completely open and transparent. I'm actually filming this on Monday, which is technically day 4 of my week, because on Friday, which is my day 1 of each week, so I start the challenge, I started the challenge on Friday. On Friday just gone, I went to a festival with my friend Steph and we just had the best time, if I'm perfectly honest. But obviously when it comes to doing things like this, challenges like this, you know, you've got to try and navigate it as best you can. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about kind of what I did, how I did things, whether I think I kind of fell off or not, or whether I think I failed this challenge or not. I'm saying now that I don't think I have failed the challenge, because to me, challenges like this, you're always going to get a little blip. And I know that last week I went to a garden party, which was fine, to be honest, because again, you just got to live your life. This festival was something that we had booked in for a numerous amount of weeks before I even started this challenge, so I always knew that it was going to come up. On the Friday, I do have some little clips that I've put on the my Instagram reel from it, but on the Friday essentially I woke up and I had a protein granola pot, one of those ones from Aldi. I had that before I left, and then I also actually bought some bits from Aldi to take with me whilst I was camping, just because I didn't really want to buy from the fast food trucks over both of the days. So I bought my own things. I think I brought I think it was a chicken and bacon wrap and a pesto pasta salad kind of thing, which I think worked out really well actually, because I had those things prepared. I wasn't spending I wasn't spending a lot of money on food and things. One thing I will say is that I did have some, what are they called? They were called pizza fries or something on one of the nights from the food van, which I guess can be my cheat meal of the week if I wanted it to. I'm not really sure that it would be, just based on the fact that previous that day I hadn't really eaten that much beforehand. However, this is the first time that I have engaged in social drinking during this challenge, which obviously part of the rules is that you only drink on social occasions. Now this social occasion happened to spread over 2 days. So yeah, so we did that, and in terms of my exercise, I'm just going to take dancing and walking around, if I'm honest. I'm going to take that as my 45 minutes a day. I know it's not your typical gym class or gym session that I've been doing, but yeah, we walked around a lot, as you do at festivals and things, and I was active and I was moving, which I'm happy with. So there's that. And then the only thing, as well, actually, we did take these massive bottles of water, so I definitely got my water consumption in as well. More so being dehydrated from the alcohol, but I still drank it. The only thing which I'm slightly not concerned about, but slightly, I didn't take my book. Which, to be honest, why would I at a festival? I'm not there to be sat reading when I'm there with my friends, so I didn't take that. And what I'm going to do to compensate for that is I'm actually going to read 40 pages today, just because obviously I missed those days. And when I got back on Sunday, i.e. yesterday, I didn't really eat that much, if I'm honest. I was pretty violently hungover. My boyfriend made me one meal, which was a pasta and chicken with some vegetables in it, so that was fine, but that was all I ate for the whole day, so there wasn't really much to record then. I did need some time to just recover, let's just say that. So I haven't picked the camera up too much over the last few days. And yeah, so we're starting afresh from today, Monday. I'm still continuing the challenge from as my days are going on. I'm not going to start from day 1 again, because I don't really feel like I've failed as such, because I'm catching up on my reading. And like I say, these things, it's about, for me, it's about creating a better lifestyle for myself and allowing me those days where I'm not absolutely perfect. So yeah, that's how I'm taking it. Disagree with it if you want, but this is how I'm doing it. So yeah, so I'm reading all my pages today. Yesterday I didn't go to the gym either, because I just wanted that to be my rest day, because like I say, I was pretty hungover, so I'm not, yeah, that's going to be my rest day until next Friday. I'm back at the gym today. I've got some classes booked in, in my personal calendar. The only thing coming up, which might be a little bit difficult, is today I am going to get microneedling done, which is my second session that I've had with it, and you're not supposed to exercise for 3 days after that. However, I'm not going to do any like intense exercise. I'm going to go to the gym before that. Or am I actually? I'm not sure. It's a pretty nice day outside, but what my plan was, was for the days after that, I am going to be just going for walks, get some steps in. It's something different, isn't it, to going to the gym and doing my gym classes and things. So I'm going to do some 45-minute walks over the next few days, just until my skin's like healed properly and I can go back to the gym, etc. So yeah, I know I'm starting this vlog a little late, kind of. I will pop in some clips, or I might have already done that, of the weekend and what I ate and what we did. It was a really good weekend, so I'm not going to apologise or feel guilty for that. So yeah, let's see what the rest of the week brings.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
Good evening. So I'm making some tea now. We've been out doing the catio pretty much all afternoon, and I've just got back as well from getting my skin microneedled. And what I'm going to make actually tonight is this. So if you haven't seen one of my previous videos, basically I made this straight from HelloFresh, and we liked it so much that I've bought the ingredients and I'm going to remake it using obviously the ingredients that they tell you to. I did have to go to Tesco's, however, to get some red wine stock paste, because Aldi don't do that one. But also I'm going to switch out the carrot because we don't have any carrots, and this is a homegrown courgette from the allotment, so I'm going to pop this in. And yeah, a few of you asked for the recipe, so I'm going to kind of like take you through it as I'm making it. And yeah, I'll show you how it's made. Okay, so for this recipe, I'm just going to start by peeling some potatoes and then chopping up my courgette. I just do them into little cubes, crushing up some garlic, and then in the pan it goes some pork mince. Give that a mix around until it's kind of started cooking. Add in the courgette just to start kind of steaming that. Then I added in the garlic, give it a good stir. And then we added half a teaspoon of sugar and then 2 tablespoons of tomato puree and some mixed herbs. I really just eyeball this. No measurements here for the seasoning, but it tasted good. So yeah, once the liquid has kind of absorbed a bit, it should look like this. Then we're just dishing it into some little dishes. Don't mind that aeroplane going past. And then I'm putting some potato on. I did mash it. I actually put in some of the JD Seasonings Perfect Roast Potatoes when I mash it. So good, levels up your mash 100%. Then grated some cheese on top and then popped into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. And then it should look something like this when it comes out. This recipe is 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. Good morning. It is day. Let's get this right for once. Hang on. What day is it? I mean, it's Tuesday, but in terms of, so 23, day 25, day 20, no, day 26. It's day 26. So, I've just got my breakfast. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. So I made Weetabix. I can never show you these properly this way. Hang on. Weetabix. So yeah. Weetabix, not much to say really. You know what Weetabix looks like. I saw a comment on my last video about how it seems that I'm naturally gravitating towards, what's it called? Intermittent fasting. Which I can kind of see where you're getting that from. But, I mean, I guess some days I am, in the sense that I don't tend to have breakfast all the time, but I don't have that like set, I will not eat past 8 p.m. and or before 11 a.m. kind of thing. It's not like I'm intentionally doing that. Some days I am, but like today, I'm not. I do see a bunch of benefits from intermittent fasting and things like that. However, it's the same with counting calories or whatever for me. Like, as soon as I put that, like, I don't want to call it a restriction because it's not really a restriction, but as soon as I put that kind of like label on it, as in like, you may not eat after this or before this, or you must eat this or whatever, that's when I start to go a bit like, no, I'm not doing this. Because I like the fact that if I do wake up hungry one day, I can eat breakfast at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or like whatever time I want. So I can kind of see where that intermittent fasting window seems to have like occurred over the last like week or so. But it's probably not going to stick, because I do go through days where like I'm just hungry all the time, so I have to eat when I get up. And then other days I can't think of anything worse than eating when I get up. Another thing as well is obviously when we embark on something like this, or when we like try to eat better and things like that, we've also got to remember, as women, also have to remember about the fact that we are women and we have a menstrual cycle, and there are certain times of the month where we are naturally inclined to want to eat different types of food or eat more. Or I mean, I know that sometimes when I'm due on, I just want to eat anything that's not nailed down. So yeah, so I think I'm just kind of accommodating for, I mean, I don't know do you know what it is? I'm actually terrible at tracking my own cycle. I know when I should be due on and stuff like that, but I've got no idea about like luteal phases and like when I'm ovulating or anything. I just don't know. So yeah, which is probably, I should probably learn that stuff. But like, for me, if I'm hungry, I'll eat. But I just have to try and make it a better choice. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Look at my Weetabix. This is kind of, I would have liked it with a little bit less milk, so it was a little bit more like wallpaper paste. But like I say, put too much milk in. You live and you learn. Hello, it is lunchtime now. I've just been busy doing other things, and my microwave has just pinged for my lunch. Are you done? Oh, the amount of steam says yes. So this is what I'm having for my lunch today. It is basically leftover pasta, which my boyfriend made me. It's just got some veg in there and then some chicken. This is actually what he made on the Sunday when I came back from the festival. So I've just got some leftovers from that. And that is lunch today. Don't you just love when like you don't have to think about what you're having? This is why I love batch cooking so much. Well, I say I love batch cooking. I didn't make this, but usually when I make something, I like to make like a lot of it so that I can just like dip into it over the rest of the week, and I don't have to think, oh, I need to like turn the oven on and like cook something from fresh, because I've already got it. So yeah, one of my favourites. Please excuse the fact that my washing machine is about to literally take off into the centre of space. But I've just got myself some watermelon for a little snack. There looks like a lot there. To be fair, it is a lot. I've got a quarter of a watermelon. I've still got a little bit of an obsession with watermelon at the minute. I think it's the summer months, even though it's freezing and I'm sat in a hoodie. I've just got this like, I don't know, this urge to eat watermelon. So yeah, that's going to be my little afternoon snack. I don't know what I'm having for tea yet though. I need to have a think about what I might want. I don't know.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing.
Ignore the noise, it's Emmanuel's meal in the microwave, but this was supposed to be an omelette. Oh, his is done. Yeah, this was supposed to be an omelette, but I kind of messed it up. I think I put too much veg in it, so it wasn't like, it was like too heavy to flip, or there wasn't enough egg to ratio out the veg. I don't know. But we've got scrambled eggs for my dinner, which I've just put some ham in as well, so delish. Good morning. It is day, oh, I'm gonna have to check the calendar again, hang on. Let's see, so we did, oh, I always find this so difficult to remember what day it is. Right. It is day 27 of the 75 soft challenge. I've just made some breakfast. I've got some avocado with boiled egg on toast. I've just kind of smushed it on in there. I do want to show you something exciting though, which I did yesterday, which is, don't mind the messy kitchen. We've been building catios and all sorts, and the kitchen is an absolute like construction site. But look, I'm on to the next row. Yeah. So we've done all this. I've kind of abandoned doing this whole like green dot thing. I just keep forgetting to do it. But yeah, I took that one off yesterday and we're on day 27. So we're a third of the way through, which is absolutely mental to me. A third of the way through. Ooh. I feel like this whole thing is just flying over. I'm not mad about it, but like, yeah, do you know the funny thing is though, is that I keep having to go and like blot off several days on that tracker, which at first I was like, oh, I need to keep track to make sure I know where I am. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, actually, if I'm now just doing these things out of habit rather than having to check the tracker and make sure like I've done everything, maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the gym today. I think I'm just gonna do like a abs workout, I think, or maybe upper body, I don't know yet. I did walks for the past 2 days, and honestly I find them boring. I think the whole like, I mean, yes, you can go on nice walks and this, that and the other, but if you're just going for like a 45-minute, like, I need to get my workout in for today, I do find them very boring, just walking around the estate, or like, yeah, and then I don't really find that I have the time to like go off to Northumberland and do these interesting walks that I do love. So yeah, it's definitely back to the gym for me, I think, because you can kind of switch up and make them a bit more interesting. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and have my breakfast because I am starving this morning. Hank Marvin, starving.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired stuff.
Good evening. So as you've probably just seen, me and my boyfriend have just been for a walk. Got my 45 minutes. I know I said I was going to probably go to the gym, but yeah, didn't. I might go to a class tomorrow, see what's on. But anyway, I've made some tea and I went to Aldi earlier and picked up some like lean beef burgers, which I hadn't seen before. I'll pop a little thing of what they look like. But this is my tea. Look at that burger. Probably looks best from that way. There we go. McDonald's who? Jokes. But yeah, so I've just basically put it with one of them plastic cheese and a brioche bun with some salad, and then the sauce I made, I just basically mixed some tomato ketchup, light mayonnaise, and like a tiny bit of mustard. And yeah, that's what my sauce is on the bottom. Delicious. I actually think as well what I might do, let me just put some stuff away in the fridge. I'm gonna have because I was originally gonna make some veg with the burger, but then I couldn't be bothered to cook it, if I'm honest, and then I didn't really want chips, so I might get out one of the protein mousses from Aldi and just have that, like, sounds weird, but warming up, just because I don't really like them when they're too cold, like straight out the fridge. I like them to be kind of more room temperature. Don't know why. It's just preference, I guess. Where is it? Protein mousse. One of them for my dessert. Good morning. So just got back from the gym, decided to do a little leg workout today. Just got my protein shake as usual, milk, protein powder, which is this one, which I've just finished off the last bag, so I've got a spare there, and then some strawberries. Look at these strawberries that I got from Aldi. Look at that bad boy. They're huge. But yeah, so this is my protein shake. Do you know, for the longest time when I was doing like leg days and things, I used to love hip thrusts, but I just completely fell out of love with them and I started doing them again today. And one thing I will say is that you lose your strength quite quickly because although it's been a few weeks, I lost 40 kilograms worth of strength in my ass. So if I keep doing them, I'll build it back up. I don't know why I had this obsession with hip thrusts at one point and then I just stopped. I don't know, but either way. So that does bring us to the end of this week. It's been a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy week, hasn't it? I feel like, I don't know, I just, again, I had this like feeling with the last video where I went to my friend's garden party where I like had this feeling that I'd almost failed, but then I hadn't really. It's really, really important to me that I continue to live my life as, I don't know how to word it, as least restrictive as possible. That's how I'll say it. Because ultimately, if I had gone to that festival, well, there was nothing else to eat other than what I had to eat. So it's a good job I did kind of bring stuff. Otherwise it would have been like fry-ups and chips and all sorts for every meal. And it's about kind of preparing yourself for those kinds of activities, which I guess I did do kind of well. It was just that kind of feeling of not having the structured of breakfast, lunch and dinner like homemade kind of thing, which I've been doing a lot of, and not really having like shop bought sandwiches for breakfast. But then that is the festival life though, isn't it? So yeah, but it's fine. I honestly don't feel bad about it whatsoever. I finished my Atomic Habits book. I've actually got a new one getting delivered today called The Mountain Is You. I've had loads of recommendations for that book, so I'm going to start that one as my next book. I'm actually quite impressed with myself at the fact that I've actually finished the book, with it being one of the more difficult, well, it's not even difficult, it's just one of those things that I put off all the time and say, oh, I'll read it later, I've done it. Like, I've read a whole book which, like, unless I was on holiday, I wouldn't have done. Like, the only time I ever read a full book is on holiday or when I was in school. But like, just to sit at home and just read like off my own accord, like, never would have thought I'd do that. So yeah, so I've got a new book coming. I'm excited to get the next week started, and I've got no like plans of like going out or meals out or festivals or anything, so we'll kind of be back to a little bit more normality next week. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, go hit the subscribe button, let me know how you're doing if you're also doing the 75 soft with me. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you.